It's happening. We're launching my online store again. It's been closed for so long and I have so many products. I'm gonna change into pajamas and get some products down on the floor and we'll get started. Welcome to the vlog. So I brought a whole bunch of stuff from the shelves down on the floor. We also got Klaus over there. And then over on my desk, I've got my spreadsheet. Let's get ready to do some inventory. Get ready. We are ready. Let's do some inventory. I have low-key been dreading this, but it has to be done.
When you kiss me, I'm under your spell. Will you miss me? Only time will tell. I can't think of anything but you.
If we stand very quietly down here in the corner to our left, we can see 3 lots of golden axolotls that have already been counted and are ready to migrate up to their shelves again. Let's follow their journey. Hello, Klaus. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure if he wants us to sell these. You just want to keep all the pins forever? Yeah? I don't. Let's get these up in the shop. I'm gonna stop procrastinating and actually do some things. Let's get going. Little update, we have currently gotten to row 38 on my spreadsheet. So we got, let's see, this row up here, the 2 first rows from the top have all been counted and they've been put back in place. And I'm now working on this row, which is a lot of deep sea sharks. For reference, my spreadsheet has 194 rows. I'm gonna make a coffee and then we're gonna get back to it. We're gonna be grading the deep sea sharks next. I love a shark and I love the deep sea. Ooh. And I'm kicking things. Did I even tell you guys what time it is? I believe that we started working around 9 or 9:30. I remember seeing the clock was around 9 and I was getting stressed because we were starting so late. I have to remind myself I was doing other tasks. It's just that I happened to write myself a task list for the week, completely forgetting that in order to upload these products, I need to know how many of each I have of them. So I have to keep reminding myself that inventory is a very important part of running a business and it has to be done. It is now 10:59. I'm gonna check in with you guys probably in a few hours. I wanna try and get as much as this done because this video is not... Sorry, my pajamas keep falling down. Can't be making a vlog in no pants. This is the situation at the moment. I'm tackling these ones. They were in all their different boxes, but they were all mixed together. So it's enamel pins that I've brought to conventions and then I've just left them in their boxes instead of sorting them out. Getting there. Oh.
This world, it's so unkind. One day you're king, the next you're crucified. What good is truth?
Getting a cordless hoover was the best decision we ever made. Anyways, we finished. Let me show you. Look at this. So cute! I realized it actually doesn't look that tidy when you look at it because it's got all these gaps and things, but that is because I have not made the backing cards yet because I make them on the Cricut. So we're gonna have to do a bit of a restock before we open, but at least that's one big thing ticked off my list. And we still have to do the other shelves, but I already organized those over I think it was New Year's Day actually. I took everything down and the only shelf that I didn't have time to do was this one here. So I've been like really itching to do that one because it was the most challenging one. It's the one with my bestsellers, and so it was a lot more kind of scavenged and untidy than all the other ones combined. I'm out of breath. Do you want to say hi to your friends? Oh, you want to show them your ass? That's nice. New sweater, washed hair. It is the next day. I finished around 8 o'clock last night. I hadn't finished the shelves, but at that point I was like, it's time for a break. Anyhow, we are we're done with inventory for the sidekicks. Can you believe I almost swiped them all off with my hand? But we made such a good chunk of progress for opening the online store again. Say bye-bye, Klausie. Klausie. Klaus? I know you can hear me.
Always so busy and so important.
It is so beautiful and sunny at my desk and I just don't want to go anywhere. So we should start with some inventory. I'm gonna grab some pins, I'm gonna bring them over here and we will count them together. And I've got my little old laptop as well. We're going to be starting with this shelf. Yay! So many pretties on this shelf. These are some of my favorites that I have designed and I never really did them justice in the shop in terms of listing them. So now we're gonna do that. There goes trouble. Hello friends! That was a lot of spreadsheet stuff. So I'm taking a bit of just a mental breather and I'm working on a crochet pattern, which right now looks like absolutely nothing. But let me know if you can guess what it is. It is a pattern that I have teased in some of my old videos, so if you've seen those, you might be able to guess. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more of that and then it's back to inventory. We got a shop to open. I'm also low-key, I don't know which video is coming out first, but I am also filming my making my Patreon rewards for March video today, and I'm just waiting for the sun to die out a little bit in the back there so that I can use the iPad without glaring. I would like people to be able to see the screen, and you can't when it's sunny. It's very hard to film on the iPad when it's sunny. Yeah, let's do a little bit of crochet and then it's back to the grind.
I feel like it's just flowing through my hands like butter. It is so nice and easy to work with.
I'm so excited to release this pattern. I can't do it yet because I need to finish my Patreon pattern. I do not want that to take longer than the first week of March. Not just the pattern, but all of my Patreon rewards, because going forward, Patreon is going to be like my main thing that I do. Of course, I will document everything here on YouTube, and I have my Instagram, I'll have my shop and my blog. Patreon is going to be the biggest one. I love Patreon. All right, inventory time. Enough procrastination for me. Ooh, I like it. Why? This is not good practice for someone with a glass desk. I look so strange. Wait, I have my hair, I promise. It's in a ponytail. I kind of like hairless looking me though, I'll be honest. This is one of the things, I'm so happy when I catch these things, because past Evie, who was organizing the shelves, fair enough, she was doing it on New Year's Day. I'll give her some slack, but I pulled out some of the nice and tidy boxes and she's just shoved stuff into the back. Come on, we're starting fresh. Yeah, but I'm so happy when I catch that. It hasn't been a lot, I've only caught it once so far. Right now I'm grading these enamel pins and I wanted to show you because they are some of my favorites that I've ever made. And unfortunately, I understand why a lot of people don't make pins with translucent enamel because it is so expensive. These ones cost me almost £5 a unit to make. You have to make a profit, right? So they cost me £5 to make, and I also have to charge an additional 20% just to cover sales tax. Oh, but it's so pretty, I love it. Wait, I'll take these off. Someone's messaging me on WhatsApp and I have my earbuds in, so it's just going. Oh, I hate those things. Yes, I'm doing the whales. The strawberry poison and the Santiago poison dart were the priciest ones to make because they have screen prints on as well, and I believe they both have glow in the dark. So the Santiago one has glow in the dark screen print, and the strawberry poison, yes, has blue glow in the dark in the blue areas. You can usually tell because if you study the enamel color. You can see a tiny layer of translucency. And then we're doing the Fire Belly Nudes. Okay, yeah, that was it. I do have a red one as well, but I kind of forgot that I added them to mystery packs. You might have, if you got my spring clearance box, you might have gotten one of these. It was in a few of them. And I think I only ever made 25 of them in total. So no, 30. 30 is my minimum. So that is cool. If you have one of those, you're one of the 30 people in the world. Congrats. Hey friends, we did it! We finished an entire spreadsheet of inventory. That includes the large and regular size enamel pins that I have. I still have a little bit of inventory to do. I'm probably halfway through my entire shop inventory, but having done now the sidekicks and also now the regular and large size enamel pins, we don't have a whole lot left. Like those are the big boys, the monsters. And it just feels incredible having those done. Now I have 2 more sections of products that I really want to get up in the shop before I launch it. That includes my miniature pins, which are super popular usually when I have the shop open. And another one is my collection of like extra large or XL sidekick enamel pins, which are cute, cozy, kawaii animals, but they're extra large and they have often special effects and things like that. I love those ones. They don't tend to be super popular, but I have quite a few of them and it would feel really good getting those done as well because they have their own little shelf, and I've never felt, with the exception of one set, I've never felt like I have good product photos for them. So I want to do better at that. And yeah, that's it. I'm so tired. It was a lot of spreadsheet today. Good morning, beautiful people. Today we're doing product photos. Whenever I'm taking product photos, I find myself like hunched over like this. I keep having to remind myself, this raises. There's no need to be a shrimp, but it also can't be too high, or I'll end up like this instead. Today we're doing product photos of some of the enamel pins that we did inventory of, and I'm trying to keep it super simple and super elegant. I've got a little square that I must have crocheted at some point, and I figured that is the perfect backdrop. Just white, plain, simple, but still a little bit like arts and craftsy, which is exactly what I wanted. And then I'm using some of my coloring pencils from Uhuhu to just add teeny tiny prop, and most people know like the standard size of a coloring pencil as well, so it's a really good thing to put in your product photos for scale while also keeping it pretty and elegant. I am watching, who am I watching today? Crochet by Sammy. I'm gonna keep watching and do some product photos. I'm racing with daylight, so we gotta get working. If you have reflective products like enamel pins, remember to wipe them before you take photos, because fingerprints, dust, debris show up so well in product photos on metallic. I learned that the hard way many times over. Also, can you guys see? Let me show you. Look at this storm outside. Like both my greenhouse door and my shed doors have blown open, and I need to go close them. And look at that bag, just, can you see it? Racing through the rooftops.
When you kiss me, I'm under your spell. Will you miss me? Only time will tell. I can't think of anything but you. That is what you do. Moonlight, let us go on all night. Postpone the daylight and morning dew. Moonlight, make us feel alright. Just until daylight finds we are two.
Do we see all the chaos behind me? Hello, class. Hey, darling. Hello. Today's the day. We are finishing this website and then I can finally deal with all of this other stuff that's just piling up around us. So many piles. I am so happy that I took a lot of time off in order to focus on other things other than my online shop because it made me miss it. And I miss it so much right now. I'm so excited to have my shop back open and to be able to launch new things. Maybe I'll do like a weekly Sunday drop. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Bi-weekly? Who knows? But I have a lot of plans for us. We do have some products over there that need counting and putting into the shelves. So let's do that now. That is the first thing we can tackle. These boxes over here all have my best selling pins in them. These are the ones that I take to conventions and I actually pack them in these boxes because they keep the cards very nice and tidy. And then these ones, I've had these in boxes for ages and I need to go through and check if they're still okay. But they are enamel pins that I put in the boxes ages ago in order to rephotograph them. And then I tried to rephotograph a few of them and the lighting wasn't good and then I gave up and I just shoved them into a cupboard. And that is how I deal with a lot of stuff like that, but not anymore. Not anymore. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You're so crooked. Some of you won't even have seen this packaging yet. I redesigned it. Just checking my nails. Sorry, I've been repotting plants again. These are my bestseller enamel pins and these are the new cards that I've been making for them. I make these on the Cricut. I've been selling these in person for over a year, but I have not yet had them online. I'm very excited to actually get them up. Let's get to work rather than procrastinate because today we're finishing.
I woke up to the smell of a roses dress laid out in white, wondering if you're getting ready, wondering if you've got butterflies. Everyone seems so excited. Mama's already cried. No need to rush a thing, we're just beginning. We got nothing but time, 'cause every day with you is the best day of my life. That tux is looking good and this wedding ring is nice. If I could be honest, forever's looking bright. Every day with you is the next best day of my life. It's the next best day of my life. Ben's got the baseline ready. The boys straightening up their ties. The flop girl's dress is muddy, but I can't help but smile. The preacher's at the front patiently waiting, while I'm dreaming when we're old and gray. The pictures from today will all be faded, but I'll still feel this way, 'cause every day with you is the best day of my life. That tux is looking good and this wedding ring is nice. If I could be honest, forever's looking bright, 'cause every day with you is the next best day of my life.
The boxes are all packed out now. I'm hoping you can hear me over the construction. I am busting out the noise cancelling mic for this one, so hopefully it'll be alright. Also, check out the pose. Just trying to to get a shot. Speaking of posers, hey darling. He keeps shifting, so when the sun comes in, he kind of goes back a little bit. All of the pins are unpacked from the boxes. I bet you anything, like every year, as a wildlife artist, I like to feature a whole variety of different species. And every year there's like 1 or 2 animals that are super trendy. And it's happened several times that I have put out a enamel pin before that animal was trending. It's been on my shelf for at least a year, maybe even 2 or 3 years without really selling or shifting that much. And then there's an animal trend and all of a sudden they sell out. So the one I'm hoping for this year is the beaver. The beaver has actually done all right. It is not the bestseller, but it does do okay. With the new Disney movie coming out, I think it's already out. Is it? Probably by the time this video comes out at least. But yeah, I've had that happen to my capybaras, my deep sea anglerfish, and the Mariana snailfish as well, which I still don't know what that trend was, but I'm grateful for it. But every time that happens, I always have someone comment as they walk past my artist alley table like, oh, they only drew that because it's a trend. And you think, no, it's been on my shelf for like 5 years. Whatever. I find like when you draw animals, you don't need trends or anything like that, because if you have a big enough variety, someone is going to come along and see their favorite species and they're going to fall in love with it. I don't know. I'm a wildlife dweeb and I know that there are a lot of wildlife dweebs out there, so I've never had to rely on trends and I'm very happy about that, because it can be a rough world if you have to be reliant on trends. I'm gonna do inventory now, count all of these up, and then add them to my inventory sheet. And then maybe we can actually upload stuff to the website. There's so much to do in those sheets still, but we can finish today, I think. I think we can. Let's do it. All right, here is the setup. And this is the exact lighting that I really enjoy for taking my product photos, where you still have like a really bright day and you got lots of natural light coming in, but it's not coming in, you know, like directly. It's not streaming in like harsh lighting. And that is a really good thing when you're taking product photos, in my opinion. Here's the setup, and I am using these things. Let me show you. Hi. Oh, I changed into sweatpants because it's just so much more comfortable when you're doing boring work. Here's what I'm using for my props. So first of all, I got my Uhuhu coloring pencils, and these things, these are so beautiful. Their sets have loads and loads of colors, but I've chosen some that are nice and vibrant but still muted, and they go with my website color theme. And then I also crocheted, it all started with this one. I crocheted this square a long time ago, and I found it the other day when I was going through my yarn and crochet stuff, and I thought actually that's really good for product images, because I've always found that my product images don't necessarily communicate that I'm an artist, so sometimes people just think I'm a reseller. So I'm trying to take product photos that suggest that these were drawn and created by someone who does art. That is why I have the coloring pencils and the little crochet. They're not even squares, but so far I've made a blue one. I've made a purple one. As you can see, I don't pay any attention to the shape. I just needed to cover a specific area. And I made a green one. I already had so much like pink fabric, so I didn't really crochet a pink one, but I do have some pink background ones as well. And then I'm kind of wondering if I should make a red one, but that's gonna have to be for the future. I can't delay this website any longer, and I am slow at crochet, so like these ones, that's at least an hour per piece. Some of the crochet YouTubers I watch, like they can pump stuff out like there's no tomorrow, and it's just so cool to watch. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy my slow and steady, but I want that speed as well. Like I definitely want speed, but it will come. It will come. All right, and here are all of the different products that we're gonna be, come on, tilt, all the different products that we're gonna be photographing. We got our green pile, some more green. Over here are catch-up boxes, because I already did my pink and purple products, but I forgot some, and so we got some purples over here as well. This is a red box, this one in the middle here, and I haven't decided the background I'm gonna use yet, so we'll just see. But first, we're starting with the greens. I'm using this massive isopore, is that what it's called? Styrofoam. I use it to reflect lighting from the natural world over to my little synthetic world here on my desk. Okay, I've delayed this long enough. Let's do it before we lose daylight. And I don't know if I said already, but for product photos, I just use my app. I prefer using my Android Flip 7, I think, Sony Flip 7. The iPhone is what I have charged right now, so that is what I will use. Standard camera app as well. I do nothing fancy. It's a couple of days later. I did not get the site up on the day that I was so convinced that I would, but I did get it up the morning after. The site is now live, and that is so exciting. It feels really good to actually have a shop again, and I can actually start to get, you know, an income again from my products and everything. That feels amazing. So thank you for taking inventory with me and just spending the past few days with me, getting all this stuff sorted. Now, there is still a lot more to do for this shop, but we have made the first major step in kind of being back up and running. So you can now go and place orders in my store if that's something you wanted to. I can't ship to certain countries. Unfortunately, I can't ship to the EU or EEA or the USA. To keep things a bit simple, I've decided to start by only selling to the UK and then a small amount of countries that are really easy for me to ship to. So that includes Australia, New Zealand, Canada, I think Japan, but if there are any other ones, I will put like a full list up on the screen. But of course, my digital items are available to anyone, regardless of where in the world you are. And I do hope that one day shipping procedures will get simplified so that small, independent, solo business owners like myself, who also do other things on the side of running a shop, will be able to ship internationally to anyone in the world. For those of you who live in countries that I do ship to, you can use the code on screen for 10% extra off of your order. And for anyone in the world watching this who wants to get any of my digital products, you can use this code on screen for 25% off your digital products order. These codes are valid for a full month after this video is released, for a full 31 days, and the codes can be combined. So like if you're a patron as well, that discount that you get there will be combined with these ones too. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who watched my video until the end. That is super exciting. Thank you so much. And I do have a special little surprise treat for you as well. After this video comes out, we are doing a sprint. I want to do a little series where we do a daily vlog series for 7 days, where you'll get like a video every single day, and we're gonna tackle some of the outstanding things that I want to do with my shop. So one of them is I need to restock my sticker packs. I am all out of sticker packs. They are some of my best sellers. I need to make loads of them. I also need to photograph lots of products that are not in the shop yet, like my keychains, which are quickly becoming some of my best sellers. And then I also need to get started actually making and listing 3D printed items for my shop. So I sculpt all those myself and I design them myself, and then I print them myself. I think we're gonna have fun. I will stop yapping now and I will let you go on your merry way, or lead you to this other video, which you might enjoy. Whichever thing you're in the mood for at the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye.